Hey, everybody. I hope you're having a really good week. We are almost there, almost to Thanksgiving. Thank you, Lord. I am so excited for this year's Thanksgiving. It's been a long year, but also a short year all at the same time. It seems to have gone by so incredibly fast. Um, but anyways, we are also moving into the season of where you're going to start seeing a lot of ads. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the ads are creeping in, and you know what ads I'm talking about. The ones where it's like, shed 10 pounds quickly, want to lose weight, get in shape, get ready for your New Year's resolutions. I want you to literally tune out all of those ads. I want to ask you one thing. What is the number one reason you fail every diet you try? I'm waiting. I bet I know the number one reason. It's probably because it was too restrictive. Probably number one. Not sustainable. Number two. Not long term. I guess that would be not sustainable. Um, yeah. All of just the general things. Because in most cases, all diets work. They work for the time that you're doing that diet. Okay. And it seems like the most easy solution is sometimes the hardest one for people to grasp. So people out there selling diet plans, they try to make it sound so complicated that you're like, oh wait, I have to buy this plan because I obviously have no clue how to eat for my own body. So I'm going to let somebody else teach me how to eat for my body, right? Teach me what foods I can eat. Like, oh, you can't eat this, but you can have that. Don't cook this, but cook that. Guys, I want you to like erase the past 20 years of your life. Everything that you've been taught about food, what is etch a sketch? I want you to shake it up, delete it from your mind, and let's start fresh, okay? We're going to start from scratch. Rule number 1 when it comes to food. Eating when you're hungry. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, stopping when you're nearly full. Those two things, if you don't do anything else, those two things will have your body beginning to shed the excess weight that it's holding on to. And I say this truly from the bottom of my heart. All the people that I see selling these diet plans, they make me so angry. They actually kind of disgust me. It makes me so mad because how are you going to sell a diet plan to a bunch of people, like a mass amount of people, one type of diet plan? How can you say you're an Instagram influencer, right? You got like 1 million followers. Say you get 5,000 people sign up for this program and you claim that it's individualized. Do you really think it's individualized? Need I go back to that girl? They called her like Cheeto Face. What was her name? Brittany or something? You know, these workout plans, these diet plans. You know, guys, I see people on Instagram, these people who want to be rich, famous, influencers, Insta stars. Guys, these people are scammers. They don't really care about you. They don't care about us. Do they really? Every photo they have posted is retouched. It doesn't look like them. It looks non-attainable. You don't see real people at all anymore on Instagram. And it's so crazy because, you know, I'm not a really like big social media person, but I did start Instagram. I can't remember, a couple years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. And I was doing keto. It's because I was still deep. So maybe 4 years ago, I was like deep in my eating disorder. Like, oh, I thought I had figured out exactly how to eat for my body so that I would stop binge eating. So I was doing keto because I thought if I just eliminate the foods that I binge on, I won't binge on it anymore, right? Because it's not there. Guys, it backfired. It's not sustainable, because we have to realize in life there are times where we're going to be in certain situations that the type of food on our diet is not accessible, you know? And then, like, once you have a bite of that food that's not currently on your plan, guess what? It tastes really good and you eat into excess. And is natural for everybody. If you're telling me you're somebody who can restrict, and not binge once, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna put $1 on it that you're lying. Okay? Because nobody has 100% that type of willpower. So, what if we took willpower out of it completely? What if I told you that you literally could eat anything that you want? Anything that you want, as long as you eat when you're hungry and stop when you're nearly full. So let's break that down. Eat when you're hungry. Now, sometimes you might say, well, I feel hungry all the time. No. You have to learn your hunger cues, okay? So, let's say like routine, like your wake up, right? Say every day you have an alarm set for 6:30 a.m. Do you really need that alarm if you've been doing this for 5+ years? Probably not. You probably naturally wake up. And it's kind of the same way with your food. If you've been naturally eating breakfast every day at 8 a.m. for the past 5 years, your body will automatically start making you feel hungry around 7:45, because it's gearing up, because it knows, hey, we're getting close to our breakfast time, so I'm going to start giving you some hunger cues. But what if I told you that if you were to just push past those hunger cues in the very beginning, drink some water, you'll realize that you aren't actually hungry. That it's just your body's, that natural cycle that has been ingrained into it, that is used to eating at certain times every day. And you'll notice that if you really start paying attention to, like, say you literally have set times of the day that you eat. Typically, say you eat breakfast at 8 a.m. Say you eat lunch at 12. And say you have dinner at 6. If you pay attention, you'll notice your hunger starts ramping up 15 to 20 minutes before each of these times. Now, if you were to just drink a glass of water at the very first meal, like right before you eat, 8 a.m., drink a glass of water and wait 15 minutes. Go do something. Continue getting ready for work. Go to work. I guarantee you'll look at your watch. You'll feel hungry. You'll look at your watch and it'll be 10 o'clock. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even eat my breakfast. It's 10 o'clock. I still don't feel hungry. And I'm telling you, it's amazing how this works. And the reason it works is because your body, so every time that you eat, your blood sugar goes up, which means your body secretes insulin. And insulin, goes in the body. It does all the magical things that insulin does. But what happens is when your insulin drops drastically, and your body, during the time that you're not eating, during that time, your insulin drops, low blood sugar, low insulin levels, your body starts going to its energy stores. It goes liver, glycogen, liver, it starts pulling it out of your muscles. What was I saying? Glycogen. Let me not even go there, because I'm not a sciencey person. I just know the basics, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm a nothing other than somebody who has figured this shit out and wants to share it with the rest of you. So anyways, so your insulin plummets. Anyways, insulin drops. You are now in what we call fasting mode. Your body gets rid of all of its stored energy. And what happens after that, it's like, okay, I don't have any more incoming food, any more stored glycogen. So what it does is it says, okay, since I don't have any more glycogen stored, what I have to do is start breaking down my fat, turning that into energy. And so your body is breaking down body fat, which turns into ketones, which is one of the most amazing energy sources for your body. Now, I know you're hearing ketones, you're probably like, Emily, but that's like keto. Guys, I am not talking about keto. I'm not talking about Weight Watchers. I'm not talking about low carb. I'm not talking about high fat. I'm not talking about Jenny Craig or lean cuisine. I'm not talking about any diet at all. Okay. I'm just talking about how your body naturally works when you eat and when you don't eat, the time in between. Okay. So now that you haven't eaten, you've gone, say, 16 hours, your body has gotten rid of all of its stored glycogen, is now gone into your body fat, broken it down, turned it into a ketone, which your body can utilize as energy. And that means your body is naturally breaking down the body fat that you have stored. Okay. So then you have your meal. Your first meal, say, is at 11 o'clock. Holy moly, guys. You realize that you weren't actually hungry until like 11 o'clock. Okay. So I want you to have your first meal. Take your time eating it. See how it feels in your body. Eat slowly. Okay. There's no reason to just cram things down our face. What happens is if you eat too quickly, you're sucking in extra air. It can cause bloating, give you gas, and that shit is painful. So eat slowly. And then as you're starting to get full, I want you to stop, because we're not children anymore. We're not sitting at our parents' dining room table having to eat every last pea on our plate to make our parents happy. You can stop with stuff still on your plate. You can stop with still a quarter of a sandwich left. Okay. You don't have to eat the whole thing. So you're eating when you're hungry. You're stopping right when you're full. Okay. And then the next part is, I don't want you to eat until you're hungry again. I know, shocker, right? I don't want you to eat every 2 hours like we were taught, breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, dessert. Okay. So what I'm getting at is really learning your hunger and fullness cues. Once you nail these down, everything else falls into place. Okay. The next thing that we need to talk about is, why are you eating more than you should be eating? Now, I don't want to say should, because I don't want to say anybody should eat a certain amount or not. Okay. Let's just use me as an example, because that's what I know. I was eating in excess when I was binging because I always thought I wasn't going to be able to eat that food again. It was like, okay, this is the last time I'm going to be able to eat these fries, so I'm going to eat as much of it as possible. And that's not true. And the reason I had such fluctuating weight is because I would binge. I would eat in excess of, 4,000 calories a day, and then, not eat the next day, then another 5,000 calories. Guys, that's not healthy for our bodies. And what is healthy is eating food when we're hungry and then stopping before we get full. If you naturally do that, you're not going to overeat. You're not going to have to count calories. You're not going to have to weigh anything out. All these people who are wanting you to buy a food scale, get MyFitnessPal, log everything in, and cause you to be so hyper focused on the food that you eat, you become obsessive compulsive and you develop an eating disorder. It is like a streamline, like right for an eating disorder. You want me to weigh everything? You want me to put it in MyFitnessPal? You want me to buy a journal and log everything that I eat? Guys, that's disordered eating. What you do need to do, though, is you do need to learn proteins, carbs, and fats. Learn how these basic nutrients work in your body. Understand how they work. And then go out there and live your life. Don't be so consumed with every morsel you put in your mouth. I have some food rules on some things. Yes. I don't want to say that, I'm not a restrictive person. I don't restrict anything. I do have some things that I say no to. Those are, I don't drink any drink that has sugar in it. I don't drink calorie dense drinks. I just don't. I quit drinking sugar um probably 10 years ago. I haven't had a drink with sugar in it than like over 10 years. Why? Because I'd rather eat my calories than drink my calories. Most times, any drink that has calories in it is not going to be nutrient dense. It's going to be high of sugar and low in protein, high in calories, and serve no nutritional purpose in your body. Now, if you want to have a protein shake, by all means, go have a protein shake. But I promise you, it's not going to be satisfying. A protein shake is overrated, outdated, and unless you're trying to be a bodybuilder, there's no reason you should be drinking a protein shake. Anyways, so I know some of you watching this might be getting really pissed off and being like, who is this girl? Why is she trying to tell us this stuff? She's trying to ruin our business. I'm not trying to ruin your business. I just want you to be honest with people, Stop trying to scam people. And for all of you people out there who are getting ready, we're going into the season where somebody's going to try to snag you and say, hey, girl, you look like you need to lose a few pounds. Why don't you buy my program and let me teach you how to eat? No, you need to tell her to kick rocks, lady. I don't need your plan. I understand how to eat for my body. The next part of this, once you learn all that, is you got to start loving yourself. You got to love yourself while you're working towards bettering yourself. You can be a certain size and love yourself while still wanting to better yourself. It's like being at the bottom of your work chain and being happy with where you are, but still wanting to climb the ladder. You can still do that, So anyways, that's my little rant for the day. If you understand what I'm talking about, leave a comment below. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, leave a comment below, because this is something that people should be talking about, and a lot of people aren't. So just my own success is I started off at almost 170 pounds in 2018, into 2018, early 2019. And I learned my hunger and fullness cues, and I'm now 136 pounds. I don't struggle with diet or exercise. I eat when I'm hungry and I stop when I'm full, which means I eat pretty much between 11 and 12 every day, and then I don't eat past 7 o'clock. That's my eating window. And I'm so happy and satisfied. And I've stayed the same weight, 136 pounds, for 4 months now. I got to 136 pounds and my body has naturally stayed at this weight. And it feels good. I don't have to do anything. I eat whatever I want. I still love nutrient-dense food. I love eating good, healthy food. I love rice. I love chicken. I love steak. I love a good sandwich. I love French fries. I love baked potatoes. Did I already say rice? I love rice. I eat a lot of good food, but I don't eliminate anything. If I want to have a bag of M&Ms, I eat the bag of M&Ms. It's just during the times that I'm hungry. And if I can't eat the whole bag, so be it. I'll save the rest of the bag till the next day, because nothing is off limits. Okay, I'm going back into another tangent. So anyways, if y'all want me to talk a little bit more about this, if y'all want me to do a better deep dive into all of this so y'all can understand this and implement it in your life and take control of your life and of your food and of your body, then leave a comment below. Thumbs it up. I have a lot to share, because I don't want people to struggle anymore, because it's really not that hard. The hard part is here. Fix here, and everything else will follow. So Anyways, I hope y'all all have an awesome rest of your day. I hope you have an awesome Thanksgiving. Stay safe. Happy travels. Safe travels. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.